you're often mentioned regarding the anti-terror bill. Supporters of the bill say if the bill has constitutional infirmities, it would not pass. Senator Franklin Drilon, I think this is a good opportunity for you to explain why you supported Senator Ping Lacson's bill.
Yes, I supported the bill.
Yes.
First, the starting premise, the Human Securities Act was not effective because it was crafted in a manner that was not well debated. For example, the fine of 500,000 pesos a day for an error of the law enforcers in cases of unlawful detention. What has happened is that for the last 10 years or so that this law was effective, there was not a single prosecution, or probably one. Now, when Senator Lacson presented the bill, supported by the majority, it swung on the other side of the pendulum and became very restrictive. So what did I do? I presented about 14 amendments in order to address the issue of human rights and at the same time address the issue of the security of the state, because terrorism is a matter that we must all confront. I did my best. I had no ulterior motive. My only motive was to try to protect, to balance the human rights and the Bill of Rights versus the need for the state to preserve itself. I did my best. I consulted a number of people, and we came out with 14 amendments. If the most controversial is the
Section 29.
Yes, Section 29. I raised that on the floor, and I said, this is too long. And the response of the sponsor was that this is consistent with the period found in the most democratic countries like Australia and others. So, and I had only one vote. Now, I voted to support for those policy considerations, but also for a tactical reason. Under rules in the Senate, unless you vote in the affirmative, you cannot become a member of the bicameral conference committee.
Oh, so you had also another agenda, so to speak.
Yes, I wanted to be a member of the BICAM committee to protect and probably enhance some more the safeguards that we placed. Under our rules, I will repeat, I could not be a member of the BICAM and be able to influence the final result of the bill unless I voted in the affirmative, and that is the tactical reason. Unfortunately, the House said we accept everything, and therefore there is no more BICAM. So as I said, I had no motive. In this bill, I was conscious that this is a critical measure. I am only one of the 23 senators. I could not have prevented its passage. So what did I do? I tried to make the best of the situation. I really took time, review, and see what I can include in the bill to protect the rights of our people as against incursions by the state authorities.
All right, so, last two questions before we go to a quick break, and then we tackle another subject. I'm curious, Senator, looking at the Anti-Terror Act of 2020, do you believe it can be abused? Is Section 29 really a confusing, unclear section of the law?
Abuse is a matter, as you would note, is in the implementation of the law. Yes, I do not deny that the implementers can indeed abuse the law, But that is why it is brought to the Supreme Court. And on the issue of whether or not this is a valid restriction on the basic rights of our people in the interest of our country, in the interest of stability. So these are all questions that will be brought to the Supreme Court.
Okay, Senator, do you believe that it will withstand the scrutiny of the Supreme Court? Because we have seen laws, like for example, the MOA AD, right? And yet the Supreme Court thumbed that down. Do you believe there's a possibility that sections of this law or the whole law itself will be deemed unconstitutional by the court?
I don't want to second guess the court. But again, if the Supreme Court says that this is inconsistent with the Constitution, that's it. But I don't want to second guess that.
All right. We're going to...
I will repeat, I have tried my best to place safe